Alright, so my name is Dustin, and I've got a YouTube channel, which if you're watching this, that's pretty much a given, because it's on YouTube. But, I know that there are there are quite a bit of videos of pigeons, on YouTube, lots of different things about them, but not very many by any one person. And it's not enough, and not enough together, I guess, for someone who's interested in pigeons and wanting to learn about, not just learn about pigeons, but actually kind of get into the sport, if you can call it that. It's really a lifestyle. But not enough for them to connect the dots on a lot of subjects. It's not too hard to research pigeons and learn about them. Learn that there's a bunch of different breeds and they all come from the rock pigeons or rock doves, but not easy. It's pretty easy to figure out how much you need to feed a pigeon, but there's a lot more to it than that. And I want to put out a series. Not really a day-to-day thing, but a fairly frequently kept up series on what goes on in my life with the pigeons, because it's not a sport, kinda. It is kinda, but it's a lifestyle. So this will be my first real video. I've got a few videos on there, but they're not really connected in any other way besides they're about pigeons and I did them. So this is going to be the first of that series. So you can be more or less caring about your birds, is a good way to put it. There are some people that really do not care about their birds, and I am sorry for both them and their pigeons, because when you really care about your birds, you really get to know them. It makes everything so much more fun, so much more interesting, really. This is April. She's a Birmingham Roller hen, so hen means she's a girl, just like with chickens. A girl is a hen, a male is a cock. I can tell you from personal experience, you don't really want to call them cocks around teenagers. I am a teenager, and so I know a lot of teenagers, and I can tell you, they just can't get past it. So, best just to call them males. But this is a hen. Her name is April. She's about 6.5 months old, probably. She was born this April, obviously, April the 3rd. And she's a Birmingham Roller. A Birmingham Roller is a kind of performing breed. Performing means that they have a physical thing that they do for someone's amusement. Most of the time that means something having to do with flying, but there are some pigeons that can't fly, like a parlor roller or a parlor tumbler. But a roller, Birmingham or Oriental, do successive backflips. It's called rolling, but it's not like a barrel roll. It's a backflipping motion. You can find videos of them rolling on YouTube. You'll see what I mean. But she did it, and she crashed into the house. She knocked herself unconscious. I'd gone in to get a jacket, so I didn't see it happen. But when I came out, I thought she was dead. Obviously, she's not dead. I got her down off the house very carefully, because her brother, older brother, he's not around anymore because he hit the house, and it didn't kill him, but when I picked him up, he had some kind of spinal injury, and he seized in my hands and died. So, very concerning. But when she regained consciousness, she was not able to stand or walk. Obviously, that's been resolved now. I took her to the vet. Here where I live, I took her to the Animal Arc Veterinary Center in Clemens. They did a really good job, and I would recommend them, though that's not going to mean anything to anyone that doesn't live near me. But they prescribed her steroids, which I've got right here. They were generous in that they gave me quite a bit of extra. You can see there's a lot in there. I'm done with giving her steroids. I'm pretty good at putting things in pigeons' mouths. I've gotten pretty good at that, so I haven't spilled a drop, but they put plenty of extra in case I did. Another reason I would recommend them. But you can see she's better now, and she lives on top of my dresser drawers. She's not in a cage. is this. It's not really a cage. It's more like it's like for carrying pigeons. Not very big. And sometimes she goes in there. Sometimes she goes in there to take naps during the day. But she just lives on my dresser drawers. And you can see there's no poop on the floor. But she doesn't fly around. She just stays here. Now her feathers get around, so I just finished vacuuming. Turn on a bright light here. Now you can see her a lot better. And so this is probably not a video that you'll find anywhere else on YouTube. People keep them as pets, but she doesn't like me at all. She's not scared of me. This is not a behavior that a scared pigeon has. Scared pigeons don't fight. They fly away. And she can fly. Her wings are not clipped. She just doesn't like me. I've spoiled her since she was a baby. I've got a video on YouTube of her hatching in my hand. That video is of this pigeon. And she doesn't like me at all. But I care about her anyways. And I just thought that I would share it with the rest of the world, I guess. I don't know why she doesn't explore, doesn't come off my dresser drawers, but as long as she doesn't, she'll get to stay here. If she decides to fly all over my room and poop, my mom will make me kick her out of the house. So, she'll be out in the loft with the other pigeons, but just thought I would share it. See if I can get her to... See, she doesn't like me. She doesn't want to stand on my hand. But, yep. Beautiful pigeon. She's actually got this eye. The top half is orange. The top half is dark colored, which is called dun. Sorry, she is a dun pigeon, but the color, that dark color in her eye, is called a bull eye. Almost all white pigeons have it. She's not albino. White pigeons that are white are not usually albino. But the battery on my camera is dying, so I have to end this pretty shortly unless it ends it for me. Just thought I'd show her off. One of my favorite pigeons. Her dad is a very tame pigeon. She's not. But being bit by a pigeon does not hurt at all, especially one this size. This is a bit smaller than a pigeon you'd see on the street. Birmingham Rollers tend to be, and she's a rather small Birmingham Roller. But don't think there's a lot more to it than that. Just thought I'd share that. And I guess that'll be my first video. If you have any questions about pigeons, any at all, feel free to leave them in the comments. I will not promise that I'll know the answer to them. I'm sure I'll know the answer to a lot of questions, but for those that I don't, I can look into it for you. I'm not an expert. I've only been doing this for a few years, but I can answer questions that anyone has. Be happy to. But yeah, I don't know that there's a lot more than that. Just thought I'd share this mean little bird. Most of mine are a lot nicer than this. Love her anyways.